Wait a minute, Desert Vos, that has shock damage resist. Oh, I didn't know that. Gee whiz, man. Well, hello guys, welcome back to Tears of the Kingdom. Jeez Louise. So why do I feel so unprepared to make this video? I'm not sure. I'm just gonna go ahead and do... Because, like, I have a small list of stuff that I want to do, but I'm not even sure if it's complete yet, because I got so many weird variables going into this as we finish up here. First let me go and take care of this, because this is a minigame that I've been talking about for God knows how long now. This Gerudo minigame out in the desert. I never played it while I was here. I did that sand seal challenge for whatever that was, but yeah, let's do this. Very well, from now on, soldier, you're at my mercy, because I'm gonna run you ragged. Well, it's a good thing I got the appropriate attire for said raggedness, you know? This is actually a pretty easy minigame. The first time I did it, it wasn't easy because, and this is gonna sound stupid as hell, I tried to run through it. Yeah, that's not the way to do this, though. I'll tell you that right now. So timer starts when you cross the finish line, so I'm just gonna, or cross the starting line. Yeah, we're not finished yet. So best way to do this is pretty much the only way to do this, as far as I'm concerned, which is just use a hovercraft. Just a regular old sled fan and a control stick, and here, oh, and a headlight, I guess. Yeah, because who doesn't need a headlight? Anyway, start, just like that. So the arches are quite easy to see. Goes off to the right a little bit here, but yeah, just imagine trying to run this. Why in the world did I try to run this? Like, what game did I think I was playing? I don't know. I guess I was just too lazy to make a vehicle at that point. I mean, a lot of people do talk about, like, making vehicles in this game is more time-consuming than it's often worth. And, like, by the time you make a vehicle and get it going and everything, you probably could just run there. You know, unless you're making a really long trip. In which case, well, use the hover bike, I don't know. Anyway, yeah, this is such a leisurely drive, but below us right now, actually, I didn't point this out, is the quicksand, which means if you try to run across this, your stamina's gonna go straight to shit. So what I was trying to do was to try to, like, find a way around it, I guess, is what I was doing. I don't know. Surely I must have given up eventually and made a vehicle, I don't know. But here's the thing, eventually you get to a point where, like, you have to get off to get to this one up here. I assume you probably could fly through this as well. But being that the arches are on the ground, it kind of makes more sense to just do that. So that's 4. I think we'll just kind of glide for a little bit here until we get to that 5th one. Let's make sure you don't land on the quicksand or something. And you got columns here, so if you want to do whatever, you know, climb them and then jump off of that. Can't use tooling during this, which is a little unfortunate. I really think that, like, maybe they should have had more challenges like this in the game where you were restricted to the ground, where you had to stay close to the ground, because this is honestly probably one of the more fun challenges in the game. You know, they always say, what is it? Something breeds something. Oh god. Like, restriction breeds creativity, that's what I was trying to think of. Man, I can't believe I thought of it. Well done. This part might be a little tricky because you're trying to navigate through these holes here. So you kind of just gotta stay on the ground as best you can. Oh, there it is over there. We're about to miss it. Oh, not quite though. Man, this feels like the hovercraft in Diddy Kong Racing. That's such sharp turns and everything. And I'm stuttering, and we're gonna make it in about 2 minutes and 6.82 seconds. Oh, I was close. I was only off by, what is that, 14 hundredths of a second? That's pretty good. That's like 1/7 of a second, man. Of course, I did also estimate like 3 seconds away from the finish line, so, you know. If I'd made that guess from the beginning, that might be a different story. Well, there you go, 2 minutes, just like that. And you get a fabric for this, yeah. So the thing of it is now, like, I've tried, I think I mentioned this in a different video, I'm not sure. I've tried looking up, like, a list of all the fabrics in the game, and there doesn't seem to be, like, an official list, unless I just haven't, I mean, I haven't spent that much time looking, so I'm sure I could be wrong, but anyway. So currently, our percentage is 99.83. Alright, so, one of the markers I didn't miss, or that I did miss, actually, it was right over here. It's called Inoko Bridge. It's basically the You Killed My Father bridge. So we'll go get that first, and then we'll talk about what's left. There is one marker on the map that I looked at, assumed that I already had, or assumed that it wasn't actually a marker, and just neglected it, but it turned out to be an actual marker that I needed that I hadn't fixed up yet. See, the thing of it is, though, that when places are marked on the map, sometimes it's small places, like a specific bridge or something. Here we go again with the underground shrines, I'm telling you, man. Yeah, sometimes it's like a small thing like a bridge, other times it's like an overarching, like, Farron Woods, you know, like an entire area, Gerudo Highlands, or, you know, Eldin Volcano or whatever. Am I going the right way? No, I'm not. What am I doing here? So those ones are a lot less specific, and those ones will only show up. Well, I'll just go ahead and show you now. You can zoom out and it'll say like Akala or Eldon or something like that, but when you zoom in, the word Akala disappears. Now there's just Death Mountain, Akala Highlands, Deep Akala, but there's also a marker for Akala. So a lot of situations come up, and even like on the second layer here, there's Deep Akala, but when you zoom in further, Deep Akala disappears, and now you have all this. So when you're looking at maps online, a lot of times you'll see markers, think that you don't have them, and then go there only to discover when you look at the map that if you just zoomed out, you actually did have that marker already. And vice versa. It also works for the smaller ones. So this is a bridge right here, Inogo Bridge. Somehow, I did mark this, and I just didn't see it, apparently, last time when I went through the star. So now, that we have that one, that puts us at 99.87. So I guess while I'm on the subject of it, I'll go ahead and, further elaborate on that, because there's a Farron Woods marker right down here. You have Finra Woods, you have Pagos Woods, and all this stuff, but you also have just Farron Woods, and that marker is right about here where the star is. So I was kind of thinking the other day that maybe I should just make a single video about all of this, about all the little nuances of this, because, like, I can't really use this video as that video, considering the first 3 minutes of it is just me doing a Gerudo race, which has nothing to do with that, so I wouldn't want to put in the title, like, oh, hey, my 100% journey in Tears of the Kingdom, and how I did it. That would be a really enticing title, probably, for a video. Anyway, this marker right here, basically if you go to the intersection where these three paths converge right here, that will trigger it. There you go, Farron Woods. And so now we have Farron Woods marker. That wasn't there before, now it is. Based on where the marker is located, you might think you had to go over here. And I actually came here before and walked around here thinking I didn't have this marker, and then just assumed because it didn't show up that it was just a marker that was on the map to indicate this is Farron Woods, but that wasn't an actual landmark in the game that you had to get. So it can be really easy to mess stuff up like that, or to think. And that's why I think sometimes using the maps online, it's very helpful, but it's also, like, it's a little bit weird because you don't know what's what sometimes. It's just little situations like that. So anyway, oh, and I guess since I didn't mention it, I did go down here and try to explore all these areas down here. They didn't count towards 100%, so don't even bother. They are on the maps online, but they don't count towards 100% because they didn't change my percentage. We are at 99.91. That means we have 2 left. Wow. Farron Woods was actually the last one that I found. Oh, you know what? I know where the last 2 are. I was sitting here bumping around trying to remember. They are the East Passage and the West Passage at Hyrule Castle. These are both pretty obscure, and I didn't have either one. I thought I had the West Passage, but I guess I don't. So here's another thing that happens now. When you're looking at the online maps, you'll see the West Passage marker. It'll be right about here, but that's not actually where you go to get the marker. West Passage is actually down here. You have to go into a little cave and go underground and come over here, and then it pops up. Same with the East Passage. The East Passage is going to show up right about here on the maps, but you actually have to go over here, go up a little hill inside a cave, and that'll take you to it. So let's go ahead and take care of that, and that'll bump us up to 100%. And then, I don't know what I'm going to do. I really don't. I still haven't shown myself surfing on an ice meat shield. I'd like to do that at least once. If there is anything left to do in this LP, it's probably going to be like bucket list stuff. Stuff that I wanted to do and never did. The whole Unobo Sonic thing? Hell, I wanted to do that forever, and I just finally got around to it. I wanted to show the feathers on Tulin's bow, because they match the colors of his parents. That's like a nice little thing that, you might not notice. I don't know, it's just little things like that. Oh, wait, let me make sure. No, we're fine. Yeah, because these are both on the actual land, but not on the floating section of the castle. They're on the land below it. So I'm going to try to keep my eye on the star here so I don't, like, start flying away from it like I'm doing right now. So you see how far away the star is, and you think, oh, it's way up there. No, it's actually right here. So I'm just going to fly down to this, and it's kind of hard to see the ground, so don't let yourself go too far. You'll know you're in the right place if there's a Wizrobe. And then we just kind of hang away northwest over here, come up this little cliff, and there should be a cave entrance on the left. And when we go in here, we get East Passage, baby. Frickin' East Passage, man. It's one of the first suggested results if you try to look it up. It's like just Hyrule, Castle, and the letter E. You'll probably get East Passage. I don't need the Keys eyeballs too much. I mean, I don't know, I remember this place from the first game, and I'm kind of surprised how little of a role it plays in this game. So you even have like the old school mine carts that you could put bombs in. Well, I guess if we never use time bombs for anything else in this game, we might as well use it for this. So we gotta grab the, well, shoot, dude. I wanted to put it in the thing, but no, it kind of trickled out of there, didn't it? Just kind of tuck it in there nice and snug. And let's see if this bumps us out of the minecart. Nope, it didn't. Ah. Why am I writing this? I don't know, just for old time's sake, really. Oh, it just goes to a dead end here. Yeah, like, I don't know if there's anything to actually do in here. You can ride past the ice keys. There's a lot of bomb flowers in here, apparently. So then there's, like, a nice little pond here. I don't know. I guess maybe I would sleep here. I'm not sure. There's, like, torches up here on the wall, too. I like that little detail. And a cooking pot. You know, just in case. There's even bright bloom seed. Well, there's a treasure chest here, too. Okay. I didn't come all the way here and have this be the last 0.02% of my run just to not check it out, you know? So yeah, that's pretty cool. Alright, let's do the west passage then. Oh, let's get rid of the star. So here's another thing I haven't mentioned now. You notice that it's not a multiple of 4. That did worry me, and I'm pretty sure I brought it up. It doesn't matter. The last one that you get will count as 0.05%. How it gets off of being a multiple of 4, I have no idea. Something must count as 0.03 or 0.07%, and I don't know which one that would be or why that happens. Could be Ganon himself. It's hard to say because you can't see the percentage until after you beat Ganondorf. So it's like, it could be anything. It could be something that you did before you got to Ganondorf and there'd be no way for anyone to know. But unless, of course, you beat Ganondorf and you're at a multiple of 4 after that, then it would be something after that. And if you looked, every single time you unlocked something, you could figure out which one it was. But I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do this all over again just to find that out. It'd be funny if somebody knew, though. So I'd be kind of curious to know which one it is that counts 0.03 or 0.07 and why that is. Of course, asking why that is kind of a pointless endeavor, really. It's about as pointless as, you know, anything that Endeavor does. No, I'm just kidding. Well, he's actually pretty cool. Although he did do some shitty stuff. Oh well. Alright, when did I start talking about that right now? Seriously. Let's get over here. Yeah, this west passage, so what you'll do is, like, you'll see it on the map online, and you'll think, oh, it's just over here. I just said I run across this bridge. Nope. You can go there, nothing's gonna happen. There's another one I'll point out here, just for the hell of it, just in case anybody's watching this, like, with looking for ideas as to what they might be missing. Akala Bridge Ruins is one that I've actually heard. People get this Korok, and they still don't trigger the Akala Bridge Ruins marker on the map. So it could be that one that you're missing? I don't know. There's a lot of other ones. Of course, I did point those out in the other video and go get those, but most of what I was missing turned out to be stuff in the depths, which really surprised me because I thought I went over that pretty well, but apparently I didn't. So, you come here. I'll just mark it on. Now, I know I've shown this on the map like 12 times now, but there it is. That's where we are. And the cave will be right behind us. There's some fish here, or birds or something. And guess what, guys? We're about to do it. This is the moment right here. This is the moment. Once we bomb this wall and walk inside, we will have 100% map completion. And I'm not going to jump up and down and say, oh my god, I can't believe I finally did it! Even though I just did. Yeah, that's what just happened. West Passage, Hyrule Field. And there's Pebblets in here, so maybe get rid of those. So you can celebrate in style. Or you can just not get rid of them because you forgot how to throw. Man, I want to look at the map and see my number. Get out of here. Drop your ambers and your whatever else is here. So there it is. Oh my god. Yes. We have it. We have the 100% at 4:50 p.m., 59 degrees, perfect temperature. Coarser bee honey still on my scatter sensor or whatever. I guess there's like a... Yeah. That's how we're celebrating, by getting hit by a pebblet. Jeez, man. Alright. You're out of here. Oh, thanks, Unobo. That was a nice assist there. I hear myself even say that word, and I'm like, I'm 48 years old. I don't know what an assist is. No, I guess I do now. Well, did I take it out? Jeez. It's like, well, I shot. Oh, well, there goes my... I was trying to straighten out my cart, you know, so I could set up another bomb in it, but no. West Passage. This is the final passage for the 100%. Let's see what's here, I guess. Besides Keese and Pebblets. Man, I could go for some Cocoa Pebbles right about now. There's probably a chest in here if I had to guess. Well, there's another bombable wall. I guess they intended for you to, like, take Unobo in here and just go crazy. Yeah. Oh, wow. It just goes out this way. Wow, so there's, like, 2 ways to get to this one? I have no idea. Oh man, that looks fun, dude. You're going along the side of a cliff there? Man, I want to do that. Oh, I can't believe I didn't hit the water there. And it goes back inside. What the heck, dude? Man, I gotta see this now. Man, get in there. Don't bump your head on the tracks. Like, there's a little grass and stuff in here. Yeah, who said you need to go outside to touch grass? I can touch grass right here, don't mind me. And then there's 2 torches, and let me guess. Oh, there's a whole, like, thing here. Maybe this is part of, like, another area. Why am I fighting these guys? I have no idea. Man, they're all, like, armored, too. Some of them seem to be. Why am I using bomb flowers? Because I'm lazy. Boom. You know what? What else am I gonna do with them at this point? Like, literally, we're done with the game. There's nothing else to do with them. Let's go all in. Yeah. Here, let's also do a puff stream while we're at it. Wow, that sure took longer than it needed to. Yeah, this has got to be somewhere that, like, you go from some other direction or something. It'd be crazy for this all to be here and you never have to do anything with it or use it for anything. It's funny how much of that there is in this game, though. I guess if you were that kind of person, though, which I admit I am, you know, that likes to just go run around a map and not necessarily always have to be doing something with every single location that you go to. If you just wanted to go there for the sake of seeing it, and that kind of thing. Oh, does this go back by the Royal Passage? I think it does. Because I'm pretty sure I remember coming here and then trying to figure out how to go up that wall and not knowing how to do it. Yeah, this is the lockup here. It's the jail, man. So you could have found this inadvertently by coming in from the other side. That's weird. Sure doesn't look like it used to. Alright, well, let's go say hi to Tulin, I guess, because, like, I did mention that earlier. What else am I gonna do, really? Hey, I found him, alright. That's not what I was trying to use. I was gonna try to maybe use the camera and see if I could spot him. I mean, I got the Great Eagle bow there. If you ever needed it, there you go. Let's see if we can find it. Yeah, there it is. See that right there? Those feathers on Tulin's bow? Yeah, that's one from each of his parents right there. Just a really tiny detail, but I thought it was kind of cool. Something worth pointing out a little bit. How's it going, Teba? How's it going, Heba? Hey, Link, good of you to come. How long have you been in this world again? Like, seriously, dude, move on. Move on to another game. Remake it. Okay, sure. I don't have all the materials. I need a swallow bow. Well, where am I going to find one of those? We're not doing that right now. Holy crap, we're definitely not doing that. Finally, no more snow. Yeah, a little slow on the uptake there. It's been gone for a while. How's it going, Saki? Oroku Saki. Oh, you're talking about the flight range. Cool. Good stuff. Wait a minute, you don't have to show me. Oh, man. We didn't spend much time in the flight range in this game. Like, we did play the minigame there. I never, like, replayed it to get as good as I could. I'm not probably not going to do that now. We got a Korok there, and I think we went there to get a swallow bow at some point. Or maybe it was a falcon bow, one of those two. Anyway, then we did some side quests out here. Those were good times. It's kind of weird just going over this now. Trying to think of anything else on the map that might be a problem for people, like stuff that would be easy to miss. As I mentioned before, these 2 bridges right here, these are very easy to miss right there. Turnio Trail. I mean, I've gone over this thing so many times now that it's like, you would think I would have it all memorized, but maybe not. Also, if you haven't remembered to get the Lost Woods, some people have missed that, because you actually have to go into Lost Woods the wrong way to get this one, otherwise it won't show up. So if you don't have that one, make sure you have that one. Here I am trying to give people advice on this, like I know anything, but whatever. There's also sometimes you'll have one that's like a marker like Hebra Plunge, but then when you zoom in, hey, there's another Hebra Plunge right over here. So it's like, you might think, oh, do I have to get both of those? No, you don't. Just as long as you get one of them, they both show up there now. Yeah, bridges are probably the easiest thing to miss, and obviously there's Koroks. There's also the, there's also like all of the gumball machines in the sky. You gotta make sure you have all of those. And these 2 over here especially, because they're so close together, if you're using a map, you might not realize there's 2 of them there because the symbols overlap. It was the same thing with the shrines. This is like the last shrine I found because I didn't know there was a second one there. So that threw me for a loop. You gotta get all the ancient tablets, make sure you take pictures of those and decipher them. There's the mini stables, one of which is at Lookout Landing. It's almost impossible not to have that one, and then the other one is right here in this cool ass place. So by Dig Dog Suspension Bridge. I was also missing like the Gerudo Desert Gateway because I didn't go all the way through it my first time, and when I came back, I guess I entered a different way, so there was that one. I mean, there's a lot of stuff just generally in the castle area, aside from the west and east passages. There's also just stuff out here. The Watchtower, I didn't have that one. It's Hyrule Cathedral. There's just tons of stuff out here. There's a video out there somewhere that like basically just goes over the entire map like really slow, like this right here, and then he goes over and he goes back down, and it's like 30 minutes long just showing the entire map. The only other issue I found is that one of the maps, the map Genie, has Regentia River located right like here, and that's not actually a marker at all, so but it does show up there. Regentia River is over here, so I don't know why it shows up there on that particular map, but whatever. It's just a weird thing. There's also like this minigame down here under the Tabantha Great Bridge, counts as one. I didn't realize that counted as one until just a few videos ago, so there's that one too. And again, like none of this stuff is here until you zoom in and then zoom in again, so there's different layers of it, and sometimes you don't know which layer something belongs to, but anyway, I talked about that already. I mean, all the caves, all the wells, all of that, you really need to. The last cave that I was missing, I know I pointed this out a few videos ago, was this entrance right here by Rallis Pond. Maybe the Korok like thing was covering it up, so I didn't realize I was missing it. But yeah, that's one right there. That was my last cave entrance. What is that there? Oh, it's a Korok. It was a shadow of a Korok. It's like, what the heck is that moving down there? Yeah, I briefly showed this in a previous video, and I kind of never really got back to it, but I built... Okay, and this is not my creation. This is the creation of somebody on Reddit, Future Self. You're going to have to look it up, because I don't remember the name. It's like a... whatever. And this is not the most well put together thing, and it takes 54 Zonite to build it. And it looks a lot cooler if you actually do it with the base ingredients, so it doesn't look all green. But if you get on the control stick and just play around with it, it's it doesn't handle that well. Oh god, it doesn't handle it all out here. Let me get it out of the snow and try it on the road here. Maybe that'll work better. I don't know. Yeah, there we go. As long as you stay on the road, it works. But yeah, it's my Caterpillar. Right now, keep going forward. Yeah. Well, it's not my Caterpillar, like I said. Somebody else made this. But it's a cool little thing you can just make in a game. I don't know. Basically, the way that you make it, because you have these bowls, right? These little half-bowl looking things. And normally, those are only in shrines. And the shrine that they're in is that one right there. So what you do is you go into the shrine, you fuse it to a weapon, and then you come back out, you go over to Terrytown, and you take the weapon apart, then you can just have the bowl by itself. So the only way to really build it is in Terrytown. You know, or you could take the ingredients with you and just carry them one by one out here or whatever. So, but that would be one way to make it. Now, it would actually look cooler. I mean, you can kind of see it in its original form in the menu. I kind of wish you could make it look like it originally does with the white body and like the red legs. The legs are like silver Horblin horns, and then you got silver Bokoblin horns for the antennae. Control stick, obviously, wheels on the underside. Like, this is very loosely put together. Obviously, you have to have the stabilizer, but still. So yeah, that's a cool little thing. Oh, you know what? Maybe I should do the ice meat shield thing while I'm here. Let me see. Well, first I need meat, because I'm pretty sure I don't still have a shield with ice meat. Oh, yeah, I do. I do still have an icy meat shield. Okay. Well, let me find a nice hill to go down. I know the perfect hill to go down. This one right over here. It seems I've lost my way. Well, that's too bad for you, then. I kind of almost wish I wasn't doing this at night. I don't know. But I love the way this game looks at night. I said so twice in the original. Like 2 times in a row, and it was so stupid. Here it is. Ice meat shield. Look at that traction. I mean, it's really not that much different than just a regular old shield with like a cart or something on it, or like a mine cart. I don't know why I ever stopped using those. I probably could have used shield surfing more often in this game. I don't know. Pretty decent durability, too. I mean, we're just, like, going for miles here. We're like the Who. And we can see for miles while we're at it. Maybe I can do a few tricks while I'm here. Whoops. That. Which one is the trick? Yeah, that one. That's cool. Is there any other ones? Nope, just keep doing that one. This is a long-ass hill, though. You can go on forever. Kind of feels like you're playing Mario Kart 8 or something. Yeah. And even when the land, like, levels out, you're still moving. Oh, there it is. It's badly damaged. But it got us all the way to the end of the hill. Icy meat shield galore, baby. It's kind of weird that I'm finally doing this. It would have taken, you know, 1 minute to show that at any point in the LP, and now I'm only just doing it now. It's crazy, man. So there may yet be other things that I wanted to show that I didn't. And if I, you know, I might be making a list, you know, over the next week or 2 weeks or whatever. Just kind of putting stuff together if I decide I want to make another video. Otherwise, it's like I almost don't want to say that this is the last video because I can't just say goodbye to this so abruptly after all the time I put into it. It's like a sunken cost fallacy, you know? There has to be some kind of crazy payoff at the end, and yet I'm just like, wait, is this actually it? Like, are we actually done here? I can't believe this. And yet here we are. It's, oh my god. It is, oh my god, is what it is. Let's go to the adventure log, make sure we got all the side quests aside from the obvious ones. I mean, I guess I could, like I said, go fight Ganondorf again. You know, and do it with the Scimitar of the Seven, like I said I was gonna do. My plan was, like, to just fuse a Molduga Jaw to it, and then... Well, let me just see offhand what kind of damage that does, or, like, what that would do. It almost seems like such a sacrilegious to put this on here, but... If you do that, you get a 92 power weapon. I don't think it would actually change the number if you change the armor, but let me just try it and see. No, it's still 92. But between bone proficiency and, like, the attack bonus straight up from food or whatever, that would multiply that by 2.7. 1.8 times 1.5. 92 times 2.7. You know what? I'm just going to make sure because I don't want to be wrong about this. I'm trying to do it in my head, but at the same time, I can literally just reach over here and do it on my computer in 2 seconds here. More like 10 seconds, but 248.4 is what you would get. I guess we had the Silver Lionel Spear, which you wouldn't get bone proficiency from this, but you could double it to 154 with the water bonus, and if that's stacked with a regular attack bonus times 1.5, that is 154 times 1.5 is 231. So that's not quite as much as the 234 that you would get from wherever I put it. Not quite as powerful as the 248.4 that you would get from this, but also it's probably better durability, so, you know, it's kind of a trade-off there, I guess. I don't know why I'm talking so much about this. It's like crazy. It's fun to do the math on this stuff, though, to really wonder. Because I guess the other thing is, what if I'd fused a Molduga Jaw to this? Okay, so if I'd put a Molduga Jaw on this, Molduga Jaw is 32. So that would have been 32 plus 22, which is 54. The water bonus would make that 108. And then bone proficiency and regular attack bonus. Yeah, that would actually be more, wouldn't it? Let me see how much that would be. 108 times 2.7. Because I'm assuming that the attack boost from the food and the water attack boost are like two separate things. That would be 291.6. That would actually be pretty decent. Of course, do you want to go and make another light scale trident? They're not that hard to make in this game, though, so I guess not. Yeah, wow. Man. You know, now that I think about it, there is one more thing I haven't done. I never took that Gerudo fabric in and turned it into a paraglider. And that technically counts as, like, a paraglider. Paragliders don't count towards 100%, but still. Like, I mean... Well, I've come this far with it, I might as well finish it up. I've kind of been tempted to keep scanning the amiibos, though, because it's perfectly possible that I might still be missing one that you could get from an amiibo. But once again, that's one of those things where not everybody's going to have, you know, is going to be as lucky as I am, I guess, you know, to where they would be able to get it. And so I don't think that would really count, necessarily. It still would be cool to get as many as I could, though. And this is another one I can go ahead and turn in while we're here. Let's rework it. Wait a minute, you found some fabric. I've been dying to try this out. Gliok fabric, oh my god. Okay, so, that already added to the list? Is it that one? Is that the one I just got? I think it was, I forgot what it was called. Huh. Yeah, so this is my list right here. Did I show these already in a previous video? I feel like I did. I don't actually know. Either way, there's so many though. There's just too many of them. Either way, the CC fabric. I never used that, understandably. Robbie's, Kilton, Yiga, Horse, Kuko, Grizzle Bear. Good lord, man. You wouldn't expect that one to be so goofy looking. I still think Gliok is the coolest, though. I don't know which one I'm using right now. Probably Gliok. Well, I don't know if I ever used that one. I love that it's just crooked, you know. It just couldn't be, like, straight on. Applied directly to the forehead. It's gonna go at an angle like that. Let bygones be bygones. Zora Champion. That's another one of my favorites. There's just too many. Mirror of Twilight's super cool, too. Yeah, so... Any other requests? Tell me more. Oh yeah, the President Hudson shield. You know, I should have surfed on that. That would have been fun. I wish you could fuse two things to a shield at the same time. Then I'd fuse President Hudson and a piece of ice meat at the same time. Then I could surf on a President Hudson ice meat shield. Oh boy, yeah, not exactly the best ground to do that on, probably. Nah, I need to take this back up to Akala. That was, well, the thing of it is, it makes sense that I can't, because, like, he doesn't have good traction. He's not an ice meat shield, man. And his dad is not a phone. Duh. Oh my god. I'm just randomly looking through my album and I came across this. Well, yep. We did have ourselves quite a good time, didn't we? Well, I'll tell you what, guys. If I think of anything else, because I'm sure something will come up. I'm probably going to be watching more videos about this. You know, just to see, because every time I watch a video about this, I'm like, oh yeah, I was gonna mention that too, or I was gonna talk about that or something. There's just little lore stuff or random details. And, yeah, so I'll kind of just be making a list over the next few weeks. And there will probably be one more video of this, but for the time being, though, we got the 100%, y'all. We did it. And what can I say but booyah to that? What are those trees up there? Why am I wondering about this right now? You spend 300 hours in this world and you're like, what are those trees up there? Yeah, but it's like just 3 random trees. You know, just like in this triangular shape. No, it's an isosceles oh, and there's bananas in the middle of it. Wow, there's no way this isn't deliberate. Yeah, look at that! I just found a cutscene that I've never found before. But it's not a cutscene, it's like a thing that happens all the time. Wasn't I saying bye? Well, now I'm not, because I'm fighting Yigas again. Well, I got a 154 spear and you got this. You know what? I'm gonna do it even better. Yeah, see, this is why. This is why you can't stop playing this game, because you just don't. You don't stop. Can't stop, won't stop. But if I do this, I can definitely do double damage or 1.5 times damage and knock you out. Uh-huh. I can't believe I found that just while randomly wandering around. What the balls, man. Oh, right next to an enemy encampment and everything. Boy, where's a... I was gonna say, where's creative mode when you need it, but man, what would you even do? Run around in the rain is what you do. Okay. Alright, I'm calling this. I'm calling it here right now. Because if I don't stay it now, it's just never gonna happen. I'm just gonna sit here and keep playing forever. Yeah, it's like I'm glued. Oh, the Highland Tomato Ranch, wherever that is. I'm gonna figure out where that is. Because that was a cool place, and I want to show that. So, add that to the list, future self. In the meantime, I am not leaving Link in the rain. I am sorry. I mean to tell you. Of course, I don't want to warp away either, because then that's another 30 seconds of video. And what am I complaining about 30 seconds for? I spent the last 10 minutes doing nothing! Seriously. Oh, I know. Oh, that's another thing. Puro reacts to outfits. I didn't show that yet. So, we'll do that at some point. Because she's got a few things to say about certain ones. At certain times. I'm just gonna go up here. I'm the king of the world. That's what I always wanted to be. Wait, I'm not high enough. King of the world has to be higher than that. Here we go, look at this umbrella. Oh, this is my umbrella. Wait, what does this umbrella even say on it? There it is, there's our hero shot, yes. With my light scale trident with a silver Lionel horn strapped to it. There's nothing I can't do. Alright, till next time, y'all. See you when I see you.